Asking for help. How I asked for help. I needed help in January of this year, 2020. Went down a real bad mental lane, started going down to the point that I started logically thinking about suicide, and I had to ask for help. This is how I did it. If you're new to my channel, hit the like and subscribe button. My name is Eric. I'm diagnosed with ADHD, PTSD, GAD, and MDD. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm none of that. I struggled myself. I lost a wife and a father to suicide. I'm a recovering cocaine and alcoholic addict. And I needed to ask for help in January because I had a video that was made about me that really got to me. It made me feel like a lesser of a human being. I wasn't approached. A lot of assumptions were made about me. I felt exploited. I felt used. I felt abused. I felt that I didn't have a voice, and I internalized it all because my passion is helping other people. And it really hurt me. And it hurt me to the point that I started getting in my head like, none of this is worth it. And I didn't want to really be here. So I noticed my problem and my most dangerous thing I can ever feel is hopelessness. When I feel hopelessness now, that is like my big red flag to ask for help. And I had to ask for help. I was in a hotel room for work, and I had watched this. And this isn't a pity party or anything video, any of that bullshit. This is literally like, it fucked with my head. Like, why would somebody do this to me? Like, I didn't understand. And then I'm like, maybe I am just a bad person. Maybe I'm a bad human being. And that negative self-talk took over, that hopelessness started taking over. And as soon as I noticed myself logically thinking, hey, this is what I need to do to end my pain, just to end this bullshit, that was my alert to ask for help. And I asked my mom for help. And then I asked a couple of my close friends for help. And how I do it is this. You have to override those voices that are telling you that you're going to be a burden, that nobody cares, that, you know what, you're going to add more trouble to what they're already going through. Our voices beat us up and they silence us. And you have to have almost that red flag that goes off. Mine is that hopelessness. And when I notice I'm logically starting to think very negative thoughts out, is to start asking for help. And my whole thing with that is I called up my mom and I'm like, I need help. Just like that. I need help. I'm hurting. And here's what I'm hurting with. And I was as clear as possible as I could be with her of why I'm hurting. Because I didn't need any kind of fixing or anything. I started needing just positive support to help reinforce, to help overcome the thoughts that I was feeling. I ended up then after her talking to some friends and literally saying, I need some help. Here's where my head's going. Help me. You know, the worst part is when we start to feel that way and we isolate ourselves. The strongest thing you can do is ask for help. And it literally is just saying, I need help. I mean, that's how I've learned to do it, is I will tell people I need help because I still struggle a lot. But I also know the power of saying I need help. And if you're not comfortable telling somebody that you need help, the other thing that you can do is write them a letter and tell them in the letter, I need help and here's what I need help with. But don't give it a lot of time. You got to get that into their hands because you need the help as soon as possible. And help means just support. I need that positive reinforcement. Here's what I'm going through. Let's brainstorm it together and do it together. You know, we think that nobody's going to jump in and help us, but you'd be surprised who does. And each time that you do ever ask for help, you have to celebrate the people who help you out so that next time you have to ask for help, it becomes easier and it becomes quicker, so it gets less and less of how dark down and deep down that road you get. And that's my experience on it. I literally just have to ask for help when it happens. And knowing that it's okay to ask for help. And I do it very simple. Help. I need help. I need help. I need to talk. This is what I'm going through. This is what my brain's doing. I need help. And you'd be surprised what that alone does. And then it gives you a logical thought process and your emotions that are going on, because you're very emotional, or at least I am. I'm very emotional when the shit was going on. I needed logical thoughts that would override the emotion going, God, that makes sense. That makes sense. Shit, I forgot my medication. I forgot this. I need to do this. Yep, I got to set up that doctor's appointment. And then starts holding me accountable to pushing me to be a better person in a non-negative way, but of going, gosh, you're right. I need to do that. Okay, yeah, remind me, tomorrow to make sure that it was done, so that I kind of have something to look forward to. And then when I tell them, hey, guess what? I set that doctor's appointment. My mom's like, hey, good job, way to go. And I'm like, yes, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm fighting through, and I'm not alone. That is what it's about, asking for help. And I hope this helps somebody. Don't be afraid just to say those words, help me, because it makes a huge motherfucking difference. You're an amazing human being. I mean, if you're struggling out there, pin down below in the comments. I have the link to the mental health rehab that I work with. If you want to even do an inpatient rehab to a facility, not to a hospital, not to any of that, but to an actual house environment with therapists and with health, click the link down below with the renewal. I work with them. Even the 1-800 number, feel free to call that 818 number, and they will get you the help too that you need. It's about finding the help that works for you, because it's trial and error to find out what works for you. Hit the like and subscribe button. I mean, I do my best to bridge the gap between a crisis hotline and therapy with all the experiences, tools, and resources that I can, so that nobody goes through it alone. I want you to know that you do matter. In the description, I have links to all the different social medias. I have links to the free mental health peer-to-peer support community. I even have links down below to things on Amazon like fidget cubes and fidget spinners that literally will help me with anxiety, keep me grounded a little bit. Even have a link down below to BetterHelp. I mean, it's trial and error to find out what helps and what makes a difference when it comes to even therapy and getting with a therapist. And even ask your therapist for help. Believe me, it makes a difference. Hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below. I'd love to hear your experience of asking for help. And just knowing that, hey, guess what? We're not alone in this. It's a together thing. It's a we thing. It's a us thing. Fighting through every single day. You're a BAMF. You're a badass motherfucker. You've made it through 100% of your worst days to make it through to today. And we got this.